Welcome to the spoken tutorial on margin and padding classes in Bootstrap. In this tutorial, we will learn about margin classes and padding classes while designing a layout. This tutorial is recorded using Ubuntu Linux OS version 18.04, Bootstrap 4.6.0, HTML5, CSS3, gedit text editor, and Firefox web browser. To follow this tutorial, you should be familiar with HTML and CSS. If not, please go through the HTML and CSS tutorials on this website. In this tutorial, we will design a layout as shown here. We will see how to implement margin to the column of first row and last row, and padding to the columns of the second row. Margin adds white space outside the border. Padding adds white space inside the border. Bootstrap has various margin and padding classes. User has to follow the below format for naming the margin and padding classes. Here, property can be either M to set margin or P to set padding. Sides specifies on which side of the element the margin or padding will be added. Sides should be one of the following. Size specifies how much margin or padding will be added. Size should be one of the following. Now let's understand all these with some examples. Locate the files mypage.html and mystyle.css in the My Bootstrap folder. We will use mypage.html and mystyle.css files which we saved earlier for this demonstration. The files used in this tutorial are available in the code files link on this tutorial page. Please download and extract them. Make a copy and then use them while practicing. Open the file mypage.html in the text editor. First, we will see how to use the margin classes. In the first row, for column, add .m4 class as shown here. Here, the format is specified with property as M, sides as blank, and size as 4. This class will set the margin of 1.5 rem on all the 4 sides of the column. Save the file. Open the file mypage.html in a web browser. Now the margin is added to all 4 sides of the column of the first row. Let's check how much margin is added. Margin added is 1.5 multiplied by the browser's default font size. Let's find out what is the browser's default font size. Open menu at the top right of this browser. Click on Preferences. Under Font and Color, we can see that 16 pixel is the browser's default font size. So the margin added is 1.5 multiplied by 16 pixel equals to 24 pixel. Next, let's see how this page behaves in responsive mode after margin class. Press Ctrl plus Shift plus C or right-click on the page and select Inspect Element. The Inspect Element window opens. Press Ctrl plus Shift plus M or click on the Responsive Design mode at the top right of this window. Now the page is in responsive mode, and we can change the size of the screen. By dragging the right border, we will increase and decrease the width of the screen. Observe that there is no change in the margin. So we can say that whatever is the size of screen, margin is added. Let's see one more example of margin class. Switch to the mypage.html file. We will add one more row at the end. Type the code as shown. We have created a row with one column inside it. In the column, we have created a block. Using style attributes, we have set some inline styles like width and border. Save the file. Switch to the browser and refresh the page. We can observe a new row is added at the end. Using margin classes, we can horizontally center this block level element. Switch to the mypage.html file. Add the .mx auto margin class as shown here. Here the format is specified with property as M, size as X, and size as auto. This class will set the auto margin on the left and right sides of the block. Save the file. Switch to the browser and refresh the page. Observe the last row. Now the block is horizontally centered. This is because the margin is added to the left and right sides of the block. Please try other margin classes on your own. Next, let's see padding classes. Switch to the mypage.html file. In the second row, for both the columns, add .pt5 class as shown here. Here the format is specified with property as P, size as T, and size as 5. This class will set a padding of 3 rem at the top of the columns. Save the file. Switch to the browser and refresh the page. We can observe that padding is added at the top of both the columns. Here, browser's default font size is 16 pixel. So, 3 rem is 3 multiplied by 16 pixel, which is 48 pixel. Hence, a padding of 48 pixel is added at the top. Observe that by default, the column has some left and right padding. By dragging the right border, we will increase and decrease the width of the screen. Observe that the top padding is still added to the columns. So, whatever is the size of the screen, the padding is added. We can use margin and padding classes with a breakpoint. Users have to follow these formats for naming margin and padding classes with breakpoints. This is the format for extra small breakpoint. This is the format for small, medium, large, and extra large breakpoints. Let's use padding class with breakpoints. Switch to the mypage.html file. In the second row, for both the columns, change the padding class to .ptsm5 as shown here. Here format is specified with property as P, size as T, breakpoints as small, and size as 5. This class adds a padding of 3 rem to the top for screen size small and above. Save the file. Switch to the browser and refresh the page. Observe that now padding is not added to the columns. This is because the width of the screen is below 576 pixel. By dragging the right border, we will increase the width of the screen to above 576 pixel. Observe that now padding is added to the columns. So, we can conclude that padding is added for the screen size small and above. You can try other padding classes on your own. With this, we have come to the end of this tutorial. Let us now summarize. In this tutorial, we have learned about margin classes and padding classes while designing a layout. As an assignment, open the mypage.html file. For the column of first row, change the margin class to .msm4. Save both the files. Observe the output on the web browser. The video at the following link summarizes the spoken tutorial project. Please download and watch it. The spoken tutorial project team conducts workshops and gives certificates. For more details, please write to us. Please post your timed queries on this forum. Spoken Tutorial project is funded by Ministry of Education, Government of India. This is Neha Solanki from Spoken Tutorial IIT Bombay signing off. Thanks for watching.